One.
Good evening, Dessert Derby attendees. Pastor Brian here with some important announcements to get you ready for Dessert Derby 2019, which is just a few days away. On April 7th, we're going to invite you to come to this very spot at 4 o'clock, Roma Lodge on Spring Street in Mount Pleasant for Dessert Derby. Now, it's important that you arrive at 4 o'clock. That's when these doors are going to open because there's so much that we have in store for you. So when these doors open at 4 o'clock, we're going to invite you to come on in. And in this space is where registration is going to take place. Now be patient because there's going to be a lot of you at 4 o'clock showing up. So we're going to make sure you get your bid number and any question that you have answered. That's important. So that's what's going to happen in this very space. Now, when you're done with that, you're going to come through these doors. And if you came with children, elementary age or younger, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to check your children into Dessert Derby. So before you see anything else, as a parent, you're going to drop your child off. You're going to have adults and students there to greet you and make sure you have all your questions answered. So right around this corner over here is the entrance to Children's Dessert Derby. But make sure you're checked in and then make sure that you feel good as a parent. Now, once you have your child checked in, or if you didn't bring any children, the next thing for you is to come into this very first door that we just passed. And that's where we get to see the desserts and also get a taste of the experiential. So every year we want to tell a story. We want to kind of show off our kids some of the events that our kids are doing. So when you walk through these doors, you're going to be greeted by students. And you're going to see these walls, and you're going to see lots of pictures of our kids and some of the events that they've done through the course of the year. So that's what's going to be right here in this very space. But you're also going to get a chance to see the desserts and meet our chefs and also do some voting. So this is where you do the people's choice. So you're going to get a ballot, a piece of paper, and you're going to get to meet the chefs and see the desserts right over here behind me to my right. And during that time, it's important that you get your vote in and placed before you even leave this room. Now, there's a wedding going on here, so I can't show you all of the space for Dessert Derby. But behind those very doors, that's where the silent auction is going to take place. Now, the silent auction is from 4 to 5 o'clock. You only got 1 hour. So it's important that you work your way through this space relatively quickly. Take your time, but make sure you get a chance to check out our silent auction, because at 5 o'clock, that's done. Now, beyond that is the ballroom. And the doors to the ballroom open at 4:45 p.m. And that's where the magic happens tonight, on that night on April 7th. So we're going to have dinner in there. We're going to have some more presentations, stories, videos, dance-off, parade of chefs. All that takes place in that very room. Now, we all know that part of what we do at Dessert Derby is we enjoy desserts. So at the end of the evening, about 7:35, 7:45, we'll have students bringing out big trays as a sampling of all the different desserts from our 13 chefs. And we're going to bring those to your tables, and you can enjoy a sampling. Now, don't worry, because you can get more. We're going to have students that will walk around with more desserts. We'll have chefs making extra desserts. You can go to their table and get a sample of their dessert if you want more. Man, there's so much going on for Dessert Derby, and we think it's really important that we gather together and we support our young people. If you have any questions, contact the office this week as you get ready for April 7th, Dessert Derby 2019. See you there.